Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. The sun has now come out, but thankfully it's at the end of the video, so it's not too bad. But you guys wanted to see a makeup look using a whole bunch of things that I was sent or recently picked up. So this is a look that I came up with. I'm pretty happy with it. It's something a little bit different. I love the purple kind of jewel tones on my eyes and a nice nude glossy lip. So if you guys want to see how I did this makeup look and all of the new products that I'm using, then just keep on watching. So taking my IT Cosmetic CC cream in the shade medium, and I am mixing a couple drops of this Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops in the shade Celestial. It has like a little bit of a pinky tint. I'm gonna mix that around on my hand. Concealer, I'm taking the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and this is in the shade medium as well. The light shade just looked really pinky and almost too light, so I went with the medium shade and it works out really nicely. So I'm gonna really warm this up in between my fingers, use the smallest amount under my eyes, and then where else I want a little bit of coverage. Now, when I went to the Beauty Bay Like to Know It event in London, they gave us a little goodie bag of some new products and some cult favorites, and they gave me the original RCM, oh, there's a hair on my mouth, the original RCMA No Color Powder, which a bunch of people on here rave about. I know Kathleen Lights loves this, and I used it once and I really liked it, but again, like I mentioned before, my skin's not the oiliest that it used to be, so I find that I don't even need to really set my makeup too much except for like a little bit in my T-zone. So I'm just going to take a very small amount of this and just put it right in my T-zone and under my eyes. For brows, I actually picked up the Glossier Boy Brow just because so many people rave about this, and I picked up another couple of products that I'm still kind of like about, but this one I definitely can get on board with and I love it so much. But to fill in any sparse areas of my brow, I'm just going to take this Girlactic eyebrow pencil in the shade medium. Also at the event, they gave us these unicorn cosmetic brushes. They came in this really big diamond packaging, and they're so pretty. They're like a light pink bristle, and then they have the silver like unicorn horn handle. And then also Zoeva gave me their offline brush little collection here, and I love Zoeva brushes. I think they're so beautiful. So we're gonna move on to bronzer, which I don't have any new bronzers at the moment, so I'm just gonna take this Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Blush Glow. So instead of the highlighter, it comes with the blush, which I kind of like. It's a nice little change, and this blush is so pretty. We're not gonna use it today, but we are gonna use the bronzer just to sculpt out our face, give a little bronze, and also a contour. Now for blush, I don't know which one to use. I was sent the NARS Man Ray collection, and this is the shade Fetishized. It's an interesting name, but it's a bright like neon orange pink, which I don't know if it's going to go with the look. But then I was also sent this palette from Becca, which has a whole bunch of their new highlighters. This one's their original Opal, and then I think I'm going to take this shade and this shade right here and kind of mix them up and come up with a nice little concoction. And those shades are called Blushed Copper and Winterberry. Also a little bit on my lids here. Love to tie it in together. This brush is so soft too. A little on my nose and forehead. I really like those colors combined. Really fresh and gives a nice flush to the face. So that is going to be it for blush. We're going to move on to highlighter. And there's a couple highlighters here. I was given the Jouer Skinny Dip highlighter, which is a really pretty like golden color, which I think would be really nice for like a bronze goddess look. And then this one from Laura Geller, which I've been wearing non-stop recently. It is called Charming Pink. It just has like the prettiest soft pink iridescent shade to it. It's not too metallic looking, it just looks so healthy on the cheeks. And then obviously the ones that come in this palette. So I think I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of Rose Quartz, which is this one, and also Charming Pink, just because they're kind of in the same tones. And we're gonna play with those ones. I'm gonna take it on this Unicorn Cosmetics highlighting brush. I'm gonna start off with this Laura Geller one. See how just soft and like, oh, I just think that's so pretty. It's more of like a gloss rather than a shimmer, which I'm really into lately. Now I'm gonna dip into this guy right here, which is probably very pigmented, so I'm gonna take a very little amount and just put it on top of that. Okay, now for the fun part. I was sent a bunch of new palettes here, so we have to make a decision. I was also given this Buxom palette. It is the Dolly's Wild Side eyeshadow palette, and the shades in this are so pretty. A little bit more on the mauve cool side, which I think is the vibe I kind of want to go with today. But then this one from Colored Rain, the Queen of Hearts, is so beautiful. Again, it has a lot of those like purpley gem tones in there. Neutral, a little bit of warm tones, but you know, a good mix of both. But there is a shimmer shade in there that I really want to use, so there's this one as well. And then finally from Zoeva, the Offline palette, which I think this is just like a trending kind of color at the moment. More jewel tones, cool and mauve tones, so I think we're gonna do more of like a purpley eye. We're just gonna wing it. So I think I'm gonna use this Colored Rain palette first and then dip into some other ones if I want to, but taking a little blending brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Air, which is a nice neutral kind of peachy shade. I'm gonna pop this in my crease. I think we're gonna do something along the lines of a halo eye, so keeping a lot of the shades at the outer corner and the inner corner, and then a pop of that metallic color in the center. But I do like to use a transition shade, so this is a really nice soft color for that. I've only recently heard of the brand Colored Rain, so this is my first time using any of their products, and so far these eyeshadows are really nice to blend out, super easy, and they're not too powdery. There's a little bit of fallout once you like tap off your brush, but that doesn't really bother me too much because I love the payoff I'm getting anyways. To deepen that up just a little bit more and bring more of the cool tone in, I'm going to take this shade Princess right here, which is more of a neutral cool tone mauve shade. So I'm not going to go as high with this shadow as I did the Air color, and keep it more in my direct crease. Bringing it right to the inner corner, all the way to my outer corner. Now I'm going to start bringing that shade on my lid at the outer corner. This is going to be a base for a darker shade that we're going to use next. I'm also going to do that in the inner corner as well. Now going in with a little bit of a smaller brush, I'm going to go into the shade Duchess here, which is a little bit darker than Princess, and it has more of a brown undertone, but there's definitely a little bit of purple mixed into that. Now you really want to keep this at the outer corner, starting at the lash line and bringing it up. Going back to my blending brush and buffing off the top part of that so it doesn't look uneven. Been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Okay, now we're gonna add a real purple pop of color. So I'm gonna take the the shade Ladyship, kind of mix that up, which is really beautiful deep purple shade, and I'm gonna take it on a flat, clean shader brush and just put that over the dark color that we were just shading in, so the inner corner and the outer corner. Okay, now for the super fun part, a real pop of a shimmer shade. I'm kind of torn between Noble Woman and Royal Highness, these shades right here. I feel like this one will blend in a little bit too much, so I'm going to go with this silvery mauve shade, which is called Royal Highness. I'm going to take this Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Spray Hydrating Mist on a flat shader brush, just so that I can get the full impact of this color. Or maybe it's not meant to have spray, I don't know, it's kind of crumbling here. Whoops, maybe I'm supposed to use my finger. We shall find out. It's so pretty. Nice little pop of sheen, metallic sheen. Oh, the sun's coming out. Sorry guys. I'm also just gonna try my finger just because I feel like you're supposed to use your finger with these shadows. Yeah, I think you are. Oops. I think it gives a little bit more impact with the shimmer using your finger. I'm gonna fix this blind, 1 second. Hopefully that's a little bit better, but for liner, I'm gonna do my bottom lash line after I have like my mascara and lashes on. But for liner, I'm gonna take this NARS one that came in that Man Ray bundle, and it's the Velvet Eyeliner in the shade Nagoya. They always have really interesting names that I never remember, but it's a really dark purple shade. So I'm just gonna put this right at my lash line and my waterline. This shade's definitely a lot more purple than I thought it was, but it's kind of a fun pop of color. Just bring it out a little bit at the sides. So that's a little bit more of a colorful purple than I thought, but it's kind of fun in the waterline. I'm going to take this Troublemaker Urban Decay mascara, do a quick coat, and then I'm going to put on these lashes that I picked up from Sephora. I believe they're House of Lashes in Cecile, but if I'm wrong, the right pair will be linked down below. While my lashes are drying, I'm going to take this Offline palette from Zoeva. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is, it doesn't tell me, but it's like that light lilac kind of purple color. And I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line, just as a base color before we put on some darker colors. I'm going to take this Buxom palette, and I'm going to take the last shade in the palette, which has a really pretty sheen to it. And I'm going to take it on a clean liner brush, and I'm just going to line my lower lash line with this. Now for lips, which is my favorite part, I'm going to take MAC Boldly There lip liner just to give a little bit of definition to my lips. And then I'm going to take Gerard Cosmetics Nude Matte Lipstick and really lightly pat this onto my lips so it doesn't look too intense. And then for some gloss and sheen, I'm going to be taking this Dose of Colors Undressed Lip Gloss, which is so beautiful. So that is it for this look. I had so much fun creating it and kind of using new products as I went along. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and press the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!